What up, YouTube? I'm gonna take a full bag of nacho cheese Doritos, crush it into powder inside the bag, add our seasoning. That's where you get it. That's his Instagram. It's good Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna take some of this fine string cheese, about 10 pieces of it, and we're gonna fry it up in some Doritos and flour and some butter from these cool Cobras with some of that seasoning. I did make a little bit of melted butter in here for the sauce with the same seasoning, stirred it up, and we'll let that cool off, but we'll come back to that at the end. We'll eat some eggs, and we're gonna get ready to dunk this cheese, man. So stick around, because I'll be making some delicious attempt at some mozzarella cheese sticks made with nacho cheese Doritos. I opened the bag and then crushed the chips on the inside. Made it easier to do that. Normally I use my hands, but that just makes a mess of things, because then you get Doritos dust all over your fucking hands, and it's like, Sargento, Sherdento, Sargento, how we pronounce it. Lacren, two good cheese companies. We got some Sargento real cheese people, man. These are good. I snuck a couple of string cheese bits off camera, and they're not bad. We're going to be adding mayonnaise to our melted butter for the sauce. And mayonnaise has egg in it. That's why we want the butter to cool off before we mix it around. And the sauce will be like the last damn thing that we're going to need for this recipe. We're going to need that spoon, though, to mix up that sauce. So, yes, you definitely want to use some of this. Put a little couple plops in your frying pan. Now we'll turn on the stove to a medium heat and plug it in on the grill here. That's what I meant. Turning the grill on to a medium heat here, the little skillet here. All that's gonna melt. In the middle, when that's nice and melted, we're gonna add some fry oil to it. And the fry oil will mix with that Country Crock Original and that seasoning and create a nice flavor profile. Like I said, I added the seasoning to our crushed up powdered Doritos nacho cheese and to our all-purpose flour seasoning. Now cheese sticks, you gotta dip them in egg, dip it in the flour, dip it in the egg, dip it in the flour, dip it in the egg one more time, and then roll that sticky goodness in these chip crumbs, and then fry it up, and then put them on this rack to cool. I'm doing up 10 of these motherfuckers. And that's what's up, tubes. While that's melting, I'm gonna stir the pan. As it starts to melt, we want to stir the pan. I'm going to grab my stirring spoon. We're going to melt the butter in the bottom of the pan. I'll turn that fan so it don't get too bad. Stir that around. Let that melt. Turn the heat down just a little bit now that it's melted. We don't want it to burn, so turn the heat down to a very low heat. While that's sizzling, we're going to add some fry oil to it, and then we're going to keep it on there on that low heat. get that fry oil in there. Using a nice Signature Select vegetable oil. So allegedly it will be healthier, right? Mix that melted butter in with that fry oil and that seasoning. This will give us a nice base to fry our cheese sticks in, man. And keep it on a low heat so it simmers, but it's not completely congealing. Yes, sir. Grab a new spoon for, grab a new spoon for stirring our sauce. With a fork. Let's make this happen, Captain. I did a lot of this stuff off camera to speed up the video a bit, make it easy. It's pretty straightforward. I watched a couple how-to videos on how to make mozzarella cheese sticks. So we'll see how it turns out. Now, for starters, we're going to take and mix the flour and the Doritos with the seasoning. Oh, shit. Fucking goddamn it. Hold on 1 second. There we are. We're just going to take the fork here. We're going to stir the Doritos chips around. And like I literally crushed the Doritos inside the chip bag into a very fine powder. Should make it easier to stick to our mozzarella cheese sticks from Saranghetto or Shirdancho or however you fucking pronounce it. It's good cheese. Not a sponsor. Now that's the seasoning you want to get. Check out Alex Victor. Awesome glass blower, good seasoning. Using some of that goodness. Cajun seasoning is optional. I'm just adding a little bit of heat to it. And look at that. That is a fine powder. It's the consistency you want when you're frying your chicken or your cheese sticks or whatever. You know. Stir that all-purpose flour around with the same amazing seasoning. It's good seasoning, dude. I'm not being paid by my fan to say it, but he supports my channel, so I support what he does as a glass blower. Get you some of that damn seasoning. So it's got a little bit of tint to it, but not too much. Now we need some goddamn eggs, because none of those are stirred around. My name's KingCobra666420, and I'm here to say, let's make some cheese sticks. Speaking of the Lecraine, we got some Lecraine eggs. These are 18 grade AA eggs, large. We're needing a couple for our dipping station. Humpty Dumpty got dumped by his girlfriend, so he jumped off a wall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty back together again. I'm just kidding, it was dark. What's the Liberty Bell's favorite kind of breakfast? Heard it was eggs. You know, because the Liberty Bell's got a crack in it. That was a horrible dad joke, but I went for it. You know what one egg said to the other egg? You're one shell of a person. Where do eggs like to get gas for their cars? Well, if you guessed the Shell gas station, you are correct. Hold up a second. What the fuck is this shit? Yo, the fuck with this egg? That's funky, dude. Hold up. The membrane of this egg is weird, dude. Yo, did this egg accidentally get boiled up in this bitch? There it goes. Fucking hey, that was cool it punctured, man. That bit's a fucking eggshell in there, son of a fucking whore. It's alright, we'll pick it out. We'll pick it out. I don't have to wash my fucking hands after doing this before I go to dip my cheese sticks. And you definitely want enough egg in here for all your pieces because we're going to be double dipping. Never seen an egg with a membrane you had to pop. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Like a weird science experiment. But yeah, I like Lacrane products. Lacrane, however you pronounce it. Shergento. Shergento, however you... There we go. Sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet. I got like 6 eggs in here, man. Ridiculous. And just enough to like coat the fucking egg, you know, the fucking goddamn cheese sticks. Let's do 8 eggs. That should be enough, you think? Yeah, man. And I'm done using the eggs to make the cheese sticks. I can always scramble it and then just cook it up in the grease, like I did with the ramen noodles. Beautiful. I guess it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. The recipe? No, just fucking with you, YouTube. How many bad egg jokes are you gonna have in one sitting? As many as I fucking want to. What's the matter? Don't my jokes crack you up? Well, I guess the yolk's on me. Yeah, well, what's a fucking church bell's favorite part about the egg? I heard it was the yolk. Draw off my fucking hands, you wankers. I think it goes without saying. We're gonna add some of this Cajun seasoning to our eggs, just a little bit. For a little bit of heat. And if our hands are washed with soap, because we got a little bit of that, woohoo, little hand soap right there, alright. So grab a fresh spoon. Oh, that needs to be washed again. Sometimes it does that. That's fine. This video is probably going to get so much hate. It's like, whatever, fuck it. Now that's charming, having this thing on my thumb. That's That makes for an appetizing cooking video. I have to use my other hand. That's what she said. So cheers to Alex Vickner, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but he's an awesome glass blower. He makes a good Cajun seasoning. He goes live on YouTube and blows glass, dude. Seems like a pretty chill dude. Check out his stuff, man. He's got talent with the seasoning and the glass, man. He found his calling. Oh yeah, beating off those eggs. It's not beating off the eggs, you're beating the eggs, yes. Our eggs are beat and mixed. Now that we got our ingredients set up, seasoned eggs mixed, seasoned flour mixed, seasoned Doritos mixed. The fry oil is barely warm. What we're going to do is get each one coated, stick it on the fry pan, and then bring the oil up to temp. I think that'd be the plan. So it's gonna get a little messy trying to like roll these and like what have you, but that's alright. That's the fun of a cooking video. And once these are all ready to be fried up, we'll sort this situation out over here and then get ready to fry them up in part 2. And then in part 2 we'll make the sauce. Now, if you want to make like Doritos, fried chicken, cheese sticks, whatever, you're going to have to use nacho cheese Doritos. Maybe you're a Cool Ranch kind of person. That's cool too, man. Literally, open the fresh bag of Doritos, lay it down gently on the counter, and holding the bag shut while it's open, with all the air out of it, and then just crush it with your hand inside the bag. It's less messy that way. That butter's gonna congeal back together into a nice puddle for our sauce. That's just fucking gorgeous. And I'll get a close-up of that here in a second. So ignore the situation with my thumb. It's not that big of a deal. I got it taken care of. Now that sauce is going to require at least 3 more ingredients. This is a 4-cheese sauce that pretty much goes good on anything like you want to put cheese on. You know what I'm saying? We got a monster mango. Okay, so now that that's cooled off a bit, sorry to talk over the fan, but we got the fry oil mixed with that country crock and that seasoning on a simmer, so it's still hot, that it's not going to take long to heat up. This melted butter right here that you see in this bowl right here, that's for our base of our sauce. To dip the mozzarella sticks in. And you'd be thinking, why not? Because most people would use, if you got like mozzarella sticks, you got like a marinara sauce, which is a classic combo, but I think with all the nacho cheese Doritos going on to these cheese sticks, I think adding a cheese sauce to go with it would be very fitting. I actually made this sauce for my Doritos Double Down chicken sandwich, which literally takes 3 to 4 hours to make, minimum. Very lengthy process, and I will be remaking it for our cooking video and segments. But for now, I had the idea to make some mozzarella cheese sticks. Everything looks good. I'll be dipping the cheese sticks with my left hand naturally, so it's a bit more sanitary. Give it King Cobra. I couldn't decide what cheese to use, because you could do like a pepper jack cheese maybe. And I thought, fuck it, you're doing a mozzarella cheese stick, then use a fucking mozzarella cheese. From Sargento, or however they pronounce it, Serengeti. Oh, that is double coated beautifully. Now I want to take that sexiness right there, and we're going to roll it in our Doritos. Now, the reason why we dip it in the egg one more time before throwing it into the Doritos crumbs is to hope, against all hope, that I can make Doritos fried cheese sticks. Now, Alex Campbell got really annoying towards the end of our friendship. When he started doing meth and hitting on me when he get too drunk, I'm like, bruh, no. I was not happy with Mr. Campbell on that. The dude has got some fucking problems that he needs to work through. They're not all going to be super pretty. That's alright. And repeat. And we'll do this for all fucking 10 of our cheese sticks. I mean, it's the weekend. Does this recipe look bonkers enough for YouTube? Okay, that one's pretty. I like that. The second one I made turned out really pretty. This one should be a tasty recipe, yo. On a side note, speaking of Campbell, it's just like, man, when you have toxic friends in your life, you just gotta cut them loose. Get rid of toxic people in your life, YouTube. You don't need that shh in your life. Even if you gotta spend time with yourself and have less friends, just kind of do your thing, so be it. And I don't care if Alex Campbell's gay or whatever, man. Just don't fucking hit on me. It's pretty straightforward. People ask me about him all the time, and I'm like, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't fucking tell you. I might use less cheese than we have here just because I want to give room to cool off. No, I'm an ex-friend of Alex Campbell's, and he got annoying towards the end, dude. Yeah, it's really sad, you know, once he started doing math, he'd get off it and he'd get back on it again, and it's just like, I'm not here to judge, but he was tolerable to a point before we started doing that shit. What do, Tubes? I'll tell you what you do. You cut them loose. When I realized Alex Campbell was being toxic in my life, I'm like, cut it loose, dude. You don't need that shit. We ain't gonna have room for 10 of them. So, like, making a couple of these, we got room for 8 of them, though. That'll fucking do beautiful. Dip it in the egg. Roll it in the flour. Shake off the excess. Roll it in the egg. Flour. Egg one more time to make it nice and sticky and thick. Into our Doritos. And you can use whatever goddamn chips you want for your mozzarella cheese sticks. Now, as far as I'm concerned, fuck Alex Campbell, dude. He seriously fucking... He burned his fucking bridges with me, man. 100. I don't need drama in my life. I need... And I don't need stupid people in my life. Fuck that shit. And the trolls love to give me shit about Alex Campbell, but you would feel uncomfortable if you were in my situation too, on top of everything else. These cheese sticks are looking fucking beautiful. The first two didn't coat so well, but we'll try that again. We might just recoat them. Like, I appreciate when Alex would bring over booze, but he have to remind you that he did it every 5 minutes, and it's just like, Yeah, man, the friendship's not about the booze or how much you bring over. It should be about the friendship. And if Alex got too drunk, he'd hit on me, and it made me feel really uncomfortable, to be honest. Now, these cheese sticks, they don't have to be perfect, but as long as they're coated. Now, that flour that I used put a nice coating on them. Look at this. I'll show you how you do one. Not trying to be a dick, but Alex Campbell was just getting annoying, dude. You don't need that shit in your life, cuz. Roll it in the egg. All-purpose flour. That Cajun seasoning that we used, got a little heat to it. Roll in the flour, egg. And what that's going to do is it's going to build up a nice thick batter on top of our cheese. See that nice thick layer of flour and egg? Hit it with the egg one more time. There we are. Not the prettiest in the world, but yeah, there we are. Not the prettiest in the world. But who cares? These two aren't really coated that bloody well. Beautifully coated. One bloody second. I gotta wash my bloody hands. You know, the nacho cheese Doritos with that Cajun, that's packing a little heat for a nice spicy little late night snack in action. You know, eating these Doritos would be unsanitary because of the raw egg in there. So we're just gonna clean up real quick. easy enough to fix on the bloody ones that didn't look so good. Just give them a little bit of extra batter so they all look, well, I'll say about as decent as I can make it. Now that our butter's cooled off in our other bowl, yeah, it's cold. This is the sauce for our cheese sticks. They will not take long to fry up. I think it goes without saying. We're gonna need 3 more ingredients for our sauce. Some Tostitos salsa con queso, cheese sauce, some Kraft mayo, delicious, and some Hidden Valley bacon ranch. Into our melted butter it goes. A little dop of that. Like I said, this sauce is a great dipping sauce for pretty much anything you want to put cheese on. Now that it's cooled off some, grab a clean fork. Beautiful. Pop that fucking lid off. Put some of that fresh queso in there. A little bit heavier on the cheese. Oh, that's delicious. Look at that sexiness. Put the queso and the ranch up. Maybe like a little bit more of that bacon ranch, just a smidgen more. There we are. And last but not least, we're gonna get some of this Kraft real mayo. And you're probably gonna be wondering what kind of sorcery is he working up with this. Quite honestly, a very delicious fucking sauce. If you don't like mayonnaise, don't eat this sauce. So I'll put a couple of gobs of mayo in there. Kind of thicken it up a little bit. We got plenty of that seasoning in the mayo. And we're going to take our fork and we're going to stir this around with the queso and the butter and all that. And you want to whisk diligently. That mayonnaise is going to thicken up that sauce very nicely with that queso. It's going to make for a very thick, extremely unhealthy, cheesy dipping sauce. And you want to stir it around real nice like. That ranch and that butter and that mayonnaise and that queso sauce from Tostitos. I mean, is this a bit excessive for the sauce? Could this be any unhealthier? Probably yes. Let's see if it tastes just like the sauce I made for my chicken sandwich. So that's kind of what I was going for. Yeah, that's really fucking good. Cheesy, smoky, a little bit of spice with that Cajun seasoning. That's just fattening and cheesy and smoky. That is some seriously good cheesy ranch sauce. Yeah. Enough said on that, motherfuckers. So now comes the fun part. We're going to put this goddamn lid over our fucking pan. And we're going to bring that motherfucking pan up to a fucking medium heat again. See if we can get these goddamn fucking cheese sticks fried up real quick now. I mean, are they the prettiest? No, not really. I mean, my first time making cheese sticks. They're not the prettiest. But that's alright, YouTube. That's the fun of cooking, isn't it? Isn't it, YouTube? So stir this ranch, cheese, queso, mayonnaise, butter sauce around real good. If you don't like spicy, Cajun seasoning is optional. But you gotta check out this seasoning he makes. It's amazing. It's got enough to kick it up a bit, you know? It's not too spicy and it's not too mild. And this fucking sauce I made for dipping these goddamn cheese sticks. Get the fuck out of Dodge, that's good. Oh, YouTube. There's the sauce. Now what's going to happen is we're going to literally get the goddamn fry oil with all that Country Crock original and seasoning bubbling and boiling like a witch's cauldron. And what's nice and hot, we're going to give these sons of bitches a little bit of frying action. Yeah. We're making Doritos, cheese sticks. And as soon as these fuckers are fried up, we're going to try them in that goddamn dipping sauce we goddamn made. Fucking A right, YouTube.